Here to weigh in on that is Republican Congressman Zach Nunn of Iowa. Good morning to you, Congressman. So you have a background as a former cyber intelligence officer. You also serve as vice chair of the Financial Services Committee, subcommittee on national security. So what concerns do you have in the wake of FISA failing to be extended?
Well, look, here's the reality. America is facing its largest security window on the 250th birthday of America. We're privileged to be able to host the World Cup. We've got 11 different cities all doing this over the course of 6 weeks. We just had an amazing UFC fight last night, and we're on the bridge of peace with Iran right now. There are many things to be hopeful about here, but we also need to recognize that our men and women, including those in the intelligence services who are overseas right now, our troops who are on the front lines, depend on an intelligence collection system that actually lets us know where foreign threat actors are. I can speak directly to unclassified briefings where guys who have come into the United States from Iran would not have been caught, would not have been stopped, would have hurt American citizens had we not had the intelligence capability to collect on this. And so for our intelligence agencies, for Democrats to turn down FISA and use it as a leverage point over the president, whether that's on the new director of DNI or whether that's on fighting back against not wanting a Save America Act, as many Democrats do, and then to leave town with no coverage for our intelligence officers, this creates a real threat gap here, and it puts our public and our private partners at risk here. The AT&Ts, the Verizons, the telecommunications of the world not being able to hand over documents of foreign terrorists or foreign entities operating around the globe. I made 50 reforms to FISA last year that I have fought for as an intelligence officer. I don't want warrantless, wiretaps happening on U.S. citizens, but I do want foreigners who are operating and threatening the United States to be held accountable and for that information to get to our servicemen and women so they don't get harmed or Americans here at home. And by leaving D.C., Democrats have really done a disservice to our intelligence officers on the front line who now have one of their best tools for collection being not reauthorized. The first time this has ever happened and being taken away, it makes America less safe.
Yeah. And speaking of Democrats, Senator Mark Kelly had this to say about the president's goals when it comes to FISA. Take a listen to this.
I actually think Donald Trump wants this tool to expire because he would then try to blame Democrats, if God forbid, if anything happens. And the remarkable thing on this is normally we come on here and it's Democrats versus Republicans. Yeah. This one is not. My Republican colleagues have worked hand in glove. If there is something that happens, God forbid, the responsibility lies with one man, Donald Trump.
And I misspoke. That's Mark Warner, obviously. So is that an accurate assessment of the president's plans, in your opinion?
Yeah, I could not disagree more. The reality is we had an opportunity to do what the House did and move forward with an intelligence collection that made sense, that protected American citizens, that didn't have warrantless, search warrants against folks. And it was the Democrats who decided to leave town. It was the Democrats who came forward and said, unless we get the DNI that we pick, we're not going to support anything. It was the Democrats who voted against an extension, even a short-term extension, so we could protect things like the World Cup, like America's 250th birthday. And tragically, it's the Democrats who have left not only our military troops, our intelligence collection operations, but Americans here at home in a worse place by not moving anything forward, leaving, going overseas, many of them, and then expecting it to get solved when it's convenient for them when they get back from their recess. That's unacceptable.
So, Congressman, I know there's some talk that the president might sign an executive order that would have the same effect of extending Section 702 on FISA. Do you think that would work?
I do. I think it's a stopgap, but it provides the legal shielding we need. Because, again, our intelligence collections capabilities continue to be successful. It's that partnership with our private sector partners to be able to get, a foreign telecommunication information on, hey, who is organizing a terrorist attack that could threaten the United States right now? And if they can't hand those records over to the United States, then we are blinded by one of our best collection capabilities. So the president clearly identifies this. He's asked for FISA before. He wants the reforms that we've done in the House, and I think that's a great thing. And he wants the Save America Act to pass in the Senate. This is a way to hold the Senate accountable. But we need to get something done because I know this much is true. I don't want any American to be harmed as a result of Democrats or Republicans in D.C. who didn't do their job, not being able to execute. And I think our intelligence services, our private partners, want to see that happen.
Yeah.